I want to tell you something really, really quick. Back when Just Rewards was open, and she was just a goth queen that stood at the door and sucked a lot of cock, that's how she met Robert. You've come a long way, girl. A long way. And I'm proud and happy to be your friend, but most of all, I'm happy and honored to be able to share a stage with you. And I'm proud of you guys for doing something that is so remarkable. 400 and something miles all the way to LA is no joke. And if you do it in drag, bitch, then you're going to make a lot of fire in me, and I'm going to drive a car the following year in drag. But I'm not going to ride a bike. That's just crazy. Give it up for my friend, my sister, and the one that brings you back here all the time for a couple of times and this whole lot of time.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Now that my legs are on fire.
Yeah! Feel the burn!
No, bitch. My crotch is not on fire. I had the clap earlier. It's fine. Everything
Feel the burn!
good.
You have this clap.
That damn Robert. Damn it.
Son of a bitch. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It was 4 years ago this week. I lost my first friend to AIDS in 1984. I was pretty young and didn't really understand exactly what was going on, nor did anybody else. Everybody else, it was still called ARC then. And nobody really understood. It was a gay disease at that point. People didn't really understand that it was a human disease, not a gay disease. And that there have been so many people that have died over the years. And unfortunately, 4 years ago this last week, we lost a very dear person, a lovely human being, and probably one of the most friendly and loving people that you would ever know.
We love you, Chad.
Chad, which was Vince's partner. Vince had been with Chad for 19 years. This was a gay couple. We vacationed with he and Chad and Chris and George over the years. And I had come to really, Chad was just a very remarkable person. And unfortunately, I was working in Vegas at the time and couldn't be with everybody for him to take his last breath. I found out in the parking lot that he had passed away. And I sat in the car and I cried. Because this nasty disease takes so many lives and is just fucking disgusting. I hope someday that we don't really know what AIDS is anymore. I hope that happens in my lifetime. I hope we find a cure. I hope we find a vaccine. And I hope the stereotype of people who are living with AIDS goes away.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Robert and I decided at separate times, without really talking about it, Robert and I have been together for 19 years, and we decided at separate times that we wanted to do the AIDS ride, and didn't really discuss it. I think actually Robert probably said that he wanted to do it before I did, but it had been on my mind over the years. I just didn't know if I could do over 500 miles on a fucking bike.
Over 500 miles of clock, you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If the seat were a dildo, I would be fine. But I don't know if I could do 500 miles with a seat with a dildo. But it is thanks to this community. I have been happy to call 1220 my home for close to 20 years. And I have never in my life felt so much love or so much support from a community as I have here at 1220. I can't thank all the staff, all the patrons, all my friends, all the past performers, living and dead, who have supported me over the years. So thank you guys so much for coming out. And all I have to say is I probably won't be walking for a couple weeks after we do this fucking ride. We did a 20-something mile ride the other day, and my fucking ass hurt so bad. I can't even begin to tell you. When you start riding, if you have ever rode long distance, the bone that sits right, the butt bone, your seat hurts. No, it's not your taint. If it was my taint, I'd be in heaven. But the chafing and all that fun stuff, and the riding and all that. And you said I would get thin. Bitch, do you know that the power bars that you have to do the ride are like 250 or 300 calories a piece? I will not be thin by the time that fucking ride is done, because I will guarantee you on the $112 day that I will have eaten like 20 or 30 fucking power bars.
The lap band worked for me.
Yeah, the lap band did work for you. Too bad it didn't help with your face.
Wow.
You know what? You deserve that. You really do.
That's a miracle.
So, Danica, since we're telling stories and since you wanted to spill my tea,
Really?
The library.
the library is open. That's right. So, Danica has a horrible habit of exaggeration. And so over the years, one time, where the hell were we when we were on the way back and you were trying to tell your boss that the presidential, what was that? I think we were on our way back from like a Reno show or something like that, and the presidential motorcade went by and we had to stop and we were stuck there for 3 or 4 hours in the snow. She is telling her boss this. Yeah.
It worked.
So okay. Do you still work for that company? I don't think it worked.
They fired me.
Yeah, they fired you. So he would call like every 20 minutes and say, "Oh my God, there were 40 helicopters above us. There were 30 fire trucks. It was everything." You're ridiculous.
They paid me a lot of money when they fired me. Back surgeries and all.
Yeah.
They paid me.
Too bad you didn't spend it on your
The
face.
biggest one was whenever she would come over to our house to visit or whatever, we'd get a phone call. I'm on Crow Canyon right now.
Yeah, it was always that she was on fucking Crow Canyon. You guys know that story, don't you? Yeah. Coronation started 45 minutes late because of her. But thank you. We'll get over this.
I was in Oakley.
I think you were on Crow Canyon, but you were in Oakley.
I'm sorry.
You were still in Washington, D.C., but you were in Oakley. I think we actually still have a couple of raffles that we need to get done.
Yay,
and we're going to
raffles.
close this off. But I want to thank you guys all from
you
the bottom of my
biting
heart
me?
for coming out tonight. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. I couldn't do this without your support, without your money, without your love,
Money.
without your friendship.
Money.
This bag is made by a woman who is in Sausalito who donated this just the other day. Does it say